Hello everyone, and welcome to a game I just really felt like showing off because it is actually pretty awesome. This is a game that has actually been released on Steam today being the 20th, although it's fairly late at night, so it's really the 21st now, but it is called Ascend, Hand of Cool, K-U-L, Cool. One of the cool kids spell it like that, but this is... I wouldn't really say it's an MMO, per se. The best thing I can possibly compare it to is actually Dark Souls, because it does have several things in it that were at least created by Dark Souls. You are a being that is summoned and created by humans, and the reason why I say summoned and created is because these are humans. This is how big you are in the game in comparison to humans. You can actually do this, because why not? And there's a whole leaderboard system, but I purposely walked over here just to show that, just to give a gauge of, you are a giant. There are things in the game even more giant than you. This is a dungeon, and it has something at the end that is one of the harder bosses. I will say, this game is kind of more action-y than Dark Souls. More like an standard action game, where you fight really just enemies that you can just kill in masse, whereas, in Dark Souls, you kind of have to be strategic and block and roll and all that stuff. Really, most of the enemies in this game, not the case. However, the bosses are of Dark Souls difficulty. They are extremely hard. Now, as I was going on with the game before, there is an example about Dark Souls. That is a ghost of another player. I can see him fighting right now, and if I so desired, I could actually put a totem down in his world to give him additional spawns. If the enemies that I spawned in his world damage him, I get experience and souls. You can see souls next to my health down there. I can also banish enemies from my world directly into his, and it's the same deal. On the flip side, I can also give people blessings, which will do anything from stop them reducing from having durability damage for half an hour to anything else, because overall that is your goal, to screw with other people and try and save yourself, because as I said, you are summoned by humans to pretty much not really do their bidding, but you are part of the gods. There are 3 gods. There is one for light, there is one for dark, and there is one for the void. Now, you get to choose who you go to, like which god you are, and each one dictates how your skills are and what spells you get. Now, me, I chose light, and light tend to be more nimble and faster. This is the dodge of the game, just dashing. There's no rolling, or there is blocking, but some attacks can't be blocked. But the big thing is there is a level cap. Like, this is my first incarnation, so my level cap is 20. I could, right now, if I so desired, ascend, and this ascension tallies my character up into the world, so there is a chance that at any one point, once my character has ascended, it could be called down by the gods to attack a rival god's altar in a different dimension, in a similar way that Dark Souls is. Sadly, they seem to be AI controlled, but I would like to actually fight other players, I would say. Although some of these AI controlled people are very difficult, because it keeps whatever you had equipped on at the time as your weapons and armor. So there are some people who had some fairly strong weaponry, and they're very, very difficult to defeat. In fact, especially the ones who have frost skills from the void, those guys are very hard because you can't really dodge those spells very effectively. But once you ascend, you then kind of start again, but don't, because you can choose certain items to take with you as legacy items, as I believe they're called, to go through in a different but similar dimension in the way that Dark Souls kind of has the alternate dimensions. And you also keep all of your skills in knowledge, where with spells. I have this light spell that would hit someone and stun them. I also have another that's a bit longer but is an area of effect version. I will keep all of these, and I can actually choose the same god to increase my power, or choose a different god to get different spells on top of the ones from light. So it is actually possible to get multiple spells from multiple gods, and there are also certain weapons and armor that are god limited that you can't actually have unless you legacy them into another god. But now I would like to show the combat, but before that, just to show the chest, it's actually a slight increase. But it is leather, and I am a slave to looks. I have big old plate gauntlets, and then these leather gloves are kind of a bit better. Only 8 though, so I will sell them. There is really no shop. There is a store, but you access that from the menu. I will sell these for 100 silver souls. Generally, it's like a couple enemies. But I will just quickly show off the store. There's all these things that you can buy for souls, and as you level up, you will unlock more things. Because if I... apparently doesn't... oh, those are the featured items. Okay. But you will unlock more and better stuff the higher you level up. And then, again, you can ascend with them to take them somewhere else, because I believe this tempered judgment would be light only, because that looks like an angel sword. But I could also go to here and say my helmet, I could socket runes into it, and also not only repair it, but also upgrade it, all the way up to level 5. That provides 374 defense when it only provides 260 now. So you can see how you can actually get fairly into it. And obviously all of your souls, I believe, are carried over. And there isn't... this is free, mind you. This is a free game. It's actually an open beta. But there doesn't seem to be a premium currency. You can buy runes, or buy souls, mind you. But you get souls from playing the game, so to me that is perfectly okay. But now, for the best part, combat. Now I haven't actually aggro this guy yet, so that means his inevitable spawns that are going to be with him are probably going to appear. The question is seeing what they are. It's more or less the little small ones. That is good, because there are these very... no, wait, no, there they are. That shield one is going to be very, very frustrating to fight. First, I need to kill all of these. And I can't let him get close at all. For that reason. But that shield guy is very annoying because half the time he will block your quick attacks. There's this regular quick attack, and then this heavy attack. Aw, that E right there was you could actually do a finishing move, which triples the experience that you get from him, I believe. And also regains your health mid-combat, because there is no way to regain health mid-combat. Absolutely none in this game. And I'm getting really hurt as I say that, because I get caught between a rock and a hard place. I have now more or less cleared out his minions. I just need to get rid of the shield bearer. The shield bearers are quite annoying. I missed. there is a chest here, and I have gotten caught on the chest before. You can actually open the chest prior to killing him, which is kind of funny. I just did a little bit of a hit and run to him. No! Ah, that's what I get for trying to be gutsy. Yeah, there's no healing in this whatsoever. You heal out of combat, but there is no healing while in combat whatsoever, as far as I'm concerned. There might be a healing spell later on, but I have no idea. I'm being very fidgety because I know that shield bearer would prove a problem. No! Ah! I walked right into that. I tried to do a run by on him. Just one of the best ways to fight him, I should say. Also, when he's throwing that rock, he has a few moments where he is occupied with throwing the rock. Okay, I got rid of that guy. Now I can focus on him and also start using my spells. Yes, game, I know I can ascend. I have pop-ups like that. Because since this is... I feel like that is because since this is my first incarnation, it's telling me, hey, you should do this. Get in there, hit him a little bit, and run. As you can see, he has a fairly large health pool. If I get in there, shock him, hit him a few times, and flee before he can properly swing at me. Oh! Oh, that was pretty close, actually. And I can actually zap him again, but I'm going to wait until he's focused on looking at me, so that way I can get in as much hits as possible. I know this is a pretty awkward time to say it, but different colored ghosts represent different gods. To tell you, hey, you shouldn't screw with this one, because that yellow one, is the color of light. So, I would be screwing with technically an allied character if I were to mess with him. As far as I know, there is no way to directly invade another person's world short of being picked in the list of the auto invasions. By auto invasions, I mean at any one time, anywhere in the world, a ascended character can actually appear on top of whether it's an altar or a statue or anything of your god that you have taken from the global enemy. Because this is part of the global enemy. It's really just a battle of three gods and then what's popular in the world. Nope. Oh, that hurts. My health is pretty low, and I need to be very careful because I feel like if my health gets any lower, I'm going to start to limp when I walk, which means I'll have to dash everywhere. Which isn't so bad per se, but I would be moving at like half speed right now if I was limping. So if I get hit again, that's a problem. Zap him and run before he can do anything. Ooh, that was a little bit close. Oh wait, he's picking up a rock. Run. I've gotten caught in that yell more times than I can count. But I've actually gotten fairly good at fighting this guy, because I've fought him like... Not this particular one, also, ow. You can see the limp now. Yeah, that's a problem. I fought him, not this particular one, but I fought him like 3 bloody times now. Because this is the first introduction to him as an area boss. Actually, this will be the 3rd. No! That guy cursed me. There you have it. There's a perfect example of what other players can actually do here. That is not good, because those things could very well interrupt my attempts to fight him. And especially with me on such low health, this is not good. Zap him. Ow! Run! Run! Oh, those things hurt. Some dude banished enemies that were spawned on him on top of me. This is not good. Oh my. Did I even hit anything? I need to kill something. No, I died. And here I was gonna be all awesome and kill the boss in the first try. That's pretty hard. It's telling me to upgrade my armor because I died. Now, when I'm not there and he spawns, we'll fight the boss, which is rather interesting. But yeah. You can see how other players can actually screw you over. However, you can do the same exact thing to them. I think that player who's on my side... Yeah, that player who's supposed to be on my side apparently banished the enemies into my world. And his health has been reset because I died. Ow. Get off of me. Sheesh. I think those things that he banished into my world are gone, which is nice, but god dang. I need to kill this because this is a spawner. Okay, now I can focus on the boss again. Apparently I'm not actually hitting him though, because why would I? Actually, what I'm gonna do is... yeah, let's do some witch doctors on this guy. Make sure I'm far enough away so I can cast it. But now, that guy has a couple witch doctors, and witch doctors are extremely annoying. They have the ability to basically stumble you. Did he run away? I think he may have ran away, but those witch doctors aren't being gotten rid of that easily. Now, I found those witch doctors in my own thing. Oh, did he? I like how I'm paying more attention to how well he's killing the witch doctors than how well I'm killing the boss. He just went in there and utterly destroyed the thing, but you can see those guys are very annoying, because whenever you hit them, they also almost guaranteed teleport away. And that's why those guys are very annoying. So far, I will say, so far I haven't found very many other enemies besides the little broodling guys that you saw, the little small guys who are just easily dispatched, the shield bearer, and the witch doctors. There is also and wolves, which attack in packs and actually act like how wolves would. They all kind of circle you until they have an opportune moment to have someone strike at the least expected time. Do that before he hits me? Okay. There's also another kind of boss who is equally as annoying because he's not quite as big, but he has a giant, basically, sledgehammer. And he will be... Ow. He's even worse because he is more agile than this ogre. Should probably zap him. However, sadly, I think the other guy Succeeded. So what I'm gonna do is use another one on him, because that's a blessing, that's a blessing. Can bless other people. No, light birdlings are kind of easy, but apparently they're the only thing I have. I'm determined to get this guy back. I hope that does kill him, because he killed me for it. Ah. Once again, I'm looking at him. Now, I will say, there is a little cheat to this thing that I kind of am okay with. But at the same time, I'm not really sure, because I like to not use it. In that, you can just run far enough away from combat, and they will stop attacking you, and therefore, you are not in combat. And as such, you're healing, even though stuff like bosses don't heal when you step out of combat like that. Ah, he still managed to hit me. With me, I like to do it the hard way, like this. And not step away from combat. Why? Because I am sadistic like that. Well, over halfway. Wait, is that his corpse? I think that might be. No, those are just a couple birdling corpses. I think he's actually passed. The dude who killed me got away. But besides that minor thing, by minor I mean it is kind of annoying, where you can merely run away, heal, and the boss doesn't heal. I do kind of wish that was fixed, but that's just kind of the hard difficulty me speaking, and not the average Joe gamer me speaking. Well, he figures he picks up a second rock when I'm purposely avoiding him because I wasn't. Really? Fine. And he still managed to hit me. That's not good. I was doing okay until he managed to hit me again. Just keep going. Just need to guide him around and zap. What? Really, game? Okay, he is in a rage. I need to keep away from him when he's in a rage. I'm not even sure attempting my blinding spell would be a good idea right now. Except maybe directly after I zap him, I could safely do a blinding spell. A blinding spell does do damage. It just kind of stuns them and doesn't... It more stumbles them, whereas the shock spell actually stuns them. Move! Oh, that was close. He is nearly dead. And I will say, I'm not even well, I want to say I'm like a fourth of the way through the content of the world. I'm not even sure if I will be able to do it in this entire level before I reach the level cap. No! Oh my! Oh. Somehow that shock did not affect him. This is not looking too good. I could run and heal, but I don't wanna. Zap. Okay, just run. You didn't actually get time to hit him. Oh, he threw a rock. Oh, he's running towards me. That is not good. I did not know he had the ability to run. No! Oh! He swung, technically, even though I zapped him. Uh, and here I was wanting to kill the boss. But I don't want to have this video go on forever. You can see how difficult it is. I will just show the one thing that does kind of bug me. Although, to be fair, with how close I was, I probably should have. I'll just hit him until there's a noticeable part within his damage. I don't care if I get hit, because I am showing a specific thing. Doesn't mean I can't zap him. Right, he's gotten down a fair way, I've gotten down a fair way. Now, if I go up these stairs, he starts walking away. So I am no longer counted in combat, and you can see my health regaining fairly quickly. Not too quickly, mind you, but it's not instantaneous. But then if I go to attack him again, he has not healed, and therein kind of breaks the illusion of... Whoa! I don't know what happened there. But therein kind of breaks the illusion of a Dark Souls-esque experience. You can play it like that. You can play it where it's all or nothing and there is no retreat, which in some cases, like players invading you, there is no exception. You either need to kill him or he kills you. Granted, you can try again, I think, but then you might actually have to retake the area if you're not quick enough in getting there. And to retake the area, you have to fight him on his own home turf. I'm not actually sure if that makes a difference. But if you don't take it back, then that is... Don't take it back soon enough, that is permanently under another god's control. If I remember right, I don't actually 100% know. But I think it's under a god's control, and there is this global leaderboard thing. Like, here, I'll show how much of the map I've actually gone through right now. I've been playing it for quite a few hours today. I'm level 15 of level 1, of a max of level 20. And this is how much area I've covered. There is still this much area of the map. If I go to Crusade, and go to Dominion map, this is more or less what globally who controls where the most. So actually the light seems to control the right side the most. Void kinda is sticking over in the upper left, and they have a little thing next to us, which is kind of worrying. And then the dark has most of the south. But you can see the total players of each. Poor Void only has 2,700, so the lowest. How many shrines each, total of those players, how many shrines and how many altars they control, and then that tracks the number to, I don't know, it's math stuff. And then total ascensions, how many characters have actually been ascended and redone. I don't know challenges. I think challenges are something you personally have to do. But then there is the spells, which I only have 2, and I probably should actually... Elders destroyed certain bosses. I should probably actually think about upgrading this one, but it is kind of expensive. And you can see there is quite a few things to get. Increases spell's duration, that would be nice. Spell recharges faster. But then, lastly, there is a store, as I've said, which, as you can see, just costs souls. Not really too bad. But you can purchase souls up in the corner. You can see you can actually purchase quite a few souls, but you cannot actually purchase level ups. You still have to play the game. And if you play the game, you get souls anyway. So there you go. I have 1,900 souls. I have $3 for it. Doesn't seem like a lot, mind you, but I have spent quite a few on repairs because, you know, I have purple... I have multiple bits of purple gear, and purple gear takes quite a bit to actually repair, as you would expect. And then there's runes that you can purchase to socket into your various items. Like, as you can see, this one came with 2 strength runes, I believe. Yes. Weapon of rune strength. Add 3% melee damage. This one came with that, so in some cases you don't even need to purchase them. And then there's also boosts, which are anything from protecting you from the crusade spells, which the crusade spells are stuff like the stuff that I got invaded with. And then attack speed, and there are masks that allow you to go into specific dungeons that you would not be able to do otherwise than protect the durability of your gear. And as you can see, all these things do cost souls, which, although you can purchase the souls, these things are still fairly expensive. There is a double EXP boost, but I could buy that right now. And if I had a soul boost, a soul increase, or was just a very good player, because this thing also uses a combo-based system on attacking things, whereas the longer you attack without getting hit, the bigger your combo gets, and the bigger your combo gets, the more you get a soul multiplier. Like, I've gotten a ×5 soul multiplier, so I get 5 times as many from whatever thing I killed from then. So it really isn't too difficult to get souls in this game, by any stretch of the imagination. It is purely a pay-for-convenience thing, because you can't actually buy levels. You can just buy, you know, boosts that other people can actually buy, and the boosts still don't actually last all too long, so you'd have to be Bill Gates in order to actually really make it unfair. Plus, I think stuff like the magic damage and attack damage, you can't, at least right now, because it's an open beta, you can't actually fight other players directly, although that probably is that challenge thing, but otherwise you cannot fight other players directly for the, I want to say, most of the game, honestly, because it's not really an MMO, it's a multiplayer in the sense that Dark Souls is. But the game is pretty much free, and it's just convenient stuff, you know? You know, like the experience boost, or the magic cooldown boost is just something nice to have, but the experience boost is pretty much the only convenience thing that you can get. And even then, as I said, you can purchase it with stuff you can get in-game, so I would recommend the game, very much so. I am having a whole lot of fun with it so far, and when I ascend, when I get to level 20, and I'm going to beef out my character a lot. Like, I'm going to get I'm going to get all purples and fully level them up, all level 5, just to make sure that anybody who has to face me has as hard a time as possible. And I'm guessing if I go into this part, where it's the Crusade Champions, or Ascendant Champions pick here, I'll be able to see how many things I've successfully taken. That would only make sense anyway. And I will just see the numbers rack up, because I will be super strong. But that is about it for this game. There's really not a whole lot else to say. I am actually kind of contemplating, I'm not sure when, I'm not sure how often, I am kind of contemplating doing a Let's Play on it, but it is solidly an action game in the sense that you know, kind of like a beat-em-up action game, save for the bosses. You saw how easy I could take down the other characters, the other monsters who came in here. So they're pretty weak. It's not something like Dark Souls where most battles actually are kind of tough. But before I ramble on any longer, I just want to cut it here before I continue going on. Because I could, if I felt like it. But I was about to say see you next time, but I'm not sure. There isn't really a next time for a standalone video, Self. But that was Ascend, Hand of Cool. Free on Steam. You can download it right now. It's an open beta, and I would highly suggest it. So what are you waiting for? Go do it. Come on. Keep going. Are you really still here? We'll find then. Be that way.